What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on first take, they're going to be talking about who's under the most pressure, LeBron James or Anthony Davis. So let's see what they have to say about that.
It's LeBron James as his teammate, and this ain't the NFL. This is basketball. Two stars surrounded by marginal players can win you a championship. At the very least, it could have you competing for one. I'm not saying that you have to win the title, even though, again, when we talk about winning the title, we're talking about LeBron and the great names in NBA history who have worn a Laker uniform. They've all delivered a chip outside of Elgin Baylor retiring in '72, that same season they won a title. But for right now, Anthony Davis arriving in town, Anthony Davis has to be that dude. He has to deliver, I think, more pressure's on him.
No way. No way at all. All the pressure is on LeBron James, just for the simple fact that he called himself the GOAT. LeBron James called himself the GOAT. What was it, about 6 months ago? So if you want to be the GOAT, all the pressure is going to be on you, okay? You think you're the best player in the NBA, or a lot of people say you're the best player in the NBA, all the pressure is on you. You're the guy who's averaging, 27 points a game and all this other type of stuff. You made the playoffs 9 years in a row, except for last year. And all those other type of great things you've done, all the pressure is going to be on you. Why wouldn't it be on you? Why wouldn't it be on you? You call yourself the GOAT. You say you're the best player on the Lakers. You say you're the best player in the league. You can make the playoffs 9 years in a row in the Eastern Conference, but you come to the West and get beat up. But you're doing all these wonderful things, and you're a baller and all this type of stuff that goes along with it. All the pressure is going to go on you. I've yet to really hear a lot of people say that Anthony Davis is the best player in the NBA. And I sure as heck I haven't heard Anthony Davis call himself the GOAT. So let's continue.
Who's your pick for MVP next year?
LeBron.
Does AD get himself the ball, or does someone need to get AD the ball?
LeBron's going to get him the ball, but you remember he can get it away from the basket.
Who's the star of Space Jam 2?
LeBron.
So the star of the basketball universe does not have more pressure than one of the Monstars? No. LeBron's got the most pressure. How many playoff wins does LeBron James have with the Los Angeles Lakers? Zero. But he's played for a season for the Los Angeles. How many titles does he have with the Lakers?
He just got there,
Zero.
Max.
The point is, the pressure's on LeBron because the NBA is the story still of LeBron James. He is the protagonist of the NBA, the main character.
He's the star of stars.
He is the star of stars. He's the super duper star. He's the star of the story. He's the star of the show. And now he's in LA, and as you just mentioned, every single one they've ever brought in, Elgin Baylor, with the exception, he retired the year they won the title, has won a chip. AD has some pressure, there's no doubt about it. He's one of the two pillars now. LeBron James is going to be 35 years old. Is he still an elite player? He's going to have to answer that. No, the pressure is on LeBron James. It's not that AD doesn't face any, it's that the story's about LeBron, the pressure is on him.
Well, I'm not looking at it.
Exactly, Max. I definitely agree with you there. All the pressure is on LeBron James. Like I said before, if you want to call yourself the GOAT, you want to call yourself the best player in the NBA and on the Lakers, and you're averaging 27 points, a season or whatever your stats are, then you're going to take the brunt of the pressure. Because I tell you what, if they win a championship, guess who's going to be getting all the praise? It's going to be LeBron James, and a distant second will be Anthony Davis and whoever else trickles behind him. All the praise is going to go to LeBron James. So you don't get to have your cake and eat it too, because if something goes wrong and they don't win, just like you guys did last year, didn't even make the playoffs, all the trouble is going to go to you, LeBron James. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's why the problem's going to come to you, and all the pressure is on you. So let's continue.
That way. I mean, you're taking it, to me, you're twisting it into a different kind of subject. What I'm saying is LeBron has nothing to prove. And the expectations that come along with LeBron James is because he's pretty much delivered on everything our expectations have put on his shoulders. The fact of the matter is the only manner in which LeBron James may have disappointed us in the vast majority of his career. I'm sorry, because my mic was falling off.
No, they thought it was my hair, but I think it's yours.
Let me tell you this right now.
They could hear you without a mic.
I agree, but I'm just saying she was looking at me, telling me to fix my mic. Okay, so I'm listening to her.
Okay, so while they're talking about Stephen A's microphone, Stephen A. Smith, LeBron James, his resume resets. when he comes to LA. So when you come to LA and you're an LA Laker, your resume resets. It doesn't matter what you did with your other team. It doesn't matter how many times you've been to the finals in a row. It doesn't matter how many finals you've won. It doesn't matter how many MVPs you've won. When you come to Los Angeles Lakers organization, your resume resets. You are straight at 0. So as far as I'm concerned, LeBron James just came off the street. He just came off the street and put on a Lakers uniform. And so far, his first year, he's been playing like trash, all right? Well, his stats okay, but still, they didn't make it to the playoffs, and that's all that counts. That's all that counts. So, like I said, LeBron James' resume is reset, and how dare you say that LeBron James has lived up to everything that we wanted for him to be, and he's done all this other type of stuff. I don't think so. I don't think so, not even a little bit. He comes to LA and doesn't even make the playoffs. You're not living up to the expectations. Because like I said, when you come to LA, your resume resets. So I don't want hearing this, oh, well, he's got 3 championships and all this other type of stuff. He's had a lot of pressure since he was coming out of high school. I don't want to hear any of that. Okay? I don't want to hear that. All I want to hear is about W's and victories and earning rings and jewelry and banners. That's all I care about with the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay? That's all anybody cares about. Your resume resets when you come to LA. You should know that, Stephen A. Smith. So it doesn't matter what LeBron James has done outside of here. He just came off the street. He's had 1 year and hasn't done anything, okay? You don't get props for what you did outside of here. So let's continue.
Know who the Get Fashion Guru is. Here's the deal. All I'm saying to you is when you look at LeBron James, the bottom line is whatever expectations we've placed on his shoulders, the only manner in which he has disappointed us is not winning every championship because he's lost 6 and he's won 3.
You're worried about him
outside of that.
No, see, Stephen A., you don't get it. You don't understand what it is out here in the West. You do not understand what's going on out here in the West. Like I said, your resume resets. LeBron James has done absolutely nothing. Like you said, all superstars that have come through the Los Angeles Lakers organization won championships, except for Elgin Baylor. And obviously, he retired the year that they won. So I count that as his, he still has the momentum of being, or he's still with the spirit of the team. So that's an asterisk right there. But like I said, LeBron James has done absolutely nothing. He hasn't lived up to my expectations, and a lot of people I know expectations. Because like I said, your resume resets when you come to L.A. LeBron James came off the street and put on a Lakers organization uniform, and he hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything. So as far as living up to expectations, he's failed me. He's failed me, seriously. So let's continue.
Did you see
outside
him
of that, in terms of points per game, winning his share of regular season games, getting you to the postseason, performing in the postseason, et cetera, he has proven that he's on the Mount Rushmore of basketball.
Not in LA?
No, exactly. I don't know who said that, but not in LA. Not in L.A., Stephen A. Smith. Like I said, your resume resets when you come to L.A. You haven't done anything. You haven't made the playoffs. You haven't won in the final. You haven't done anything here. You haven't done anything here, and I don't think you get it. I don't think you get it.
A minute. The point is, no. You don't get to say that because the fact of the matter is he got hurt. If he hadn't got hurt, they would have been in the playoffs. The man averaged 27 a game.
But
now.
he did get hurt. They didn't get to the playoffs.
But he averaged 27 a game.
But what's that? Lakers fans don't care about that.
No. The Laker fans, let me tell you something right now. The Laker fans want him to deliver the chip. With Anthony Davis, what we saying is what you bringing. We ain't questioning that about LeBron. We're questioning the championship with LeBron. With Anthony Davis, we saying what you got. In other words, you want the top 5 players in the world. All right, you ain't going to get home in the first round or get past the first round series, and that's it. The expectations are exponentially higher. LeBron has lived the vast majority of his career under those conditions. This is the first time in Anthony Davis's career that those expectations have been placed on his shoulders.
That is
it's all new.
You see, but Stephen, I don't think you understand the seriousness of being a Laker. You don't get it. You don't get it at all. Because, like I said, his expectations are always high. It's a whole nother level when you become a Laker. Like I said, whatever happens outside of the Lakers with other teams, that's something else. But when you become a Laker, the expectations get a little bit higher. They get a little bit higher. So LeBron James may have done his whole life of having high expectations and, winning and being a child prodigy basketball player and coming straight out of high school and everything that goes along with that. But when you come to Lakers, when you become a Los Angeles Laker, it's a whole nother, it's a different type of animal. It's a different type of animal. And some people aren't ready for it. Some people can't handle it. Look at Dwight Howard. A lot of guys can't handle it. They just can't handle it. And so far, LeBron James has shown me that he can't handle it. I don't care if he got hurt. I don't care for this or that. The fact is, you didn't make the playoffs, okay? So you can go 9 years in a row and make the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. But your first year coming to the West, you get beat down, you can't make it. I don't care if you're hurt, okay? I don't care if you're hurt, but you can't make it. And you played, 17, 18 years in the NBA without so much of injury. And your first year out of the Eastern Conference and first year in the West, in the first year, you get hurt so bad you have to sit out. There's something weird going on there, okay? There's something weird going on there. Maybe you might need to take that little trip back to Miami and take two weeks off, go back to that little trip in Miami and jump back on that little list that you had your name on before you came out to the East or to the West. And you can go ahead and talk to your boy Dwayne Wade about that too, and Peyton Manning. So those of you guys out there that know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So let's continue.
Wait, that's legit. And AD will deliver as long as he's on the court.
No, I agree with that too. But isn't that the personification of pressure when something is new and foreign?
That's why I'm not arguing that he doesn't have pressure on him. The argument is who has more pressure. And I'm telling you right now, whatever LeBron has done is in the past. Right now, he has not played in a playoff game for the Lakers. Yes, because he got injured. But now he's going to be 34, 35 years old, coming off an injury for a team that everyone's delivering for. Now he has help. He can't not deliver.
But when we talk about the Lakers, think about this for 1 second. As we sit here and we talk about the Lakers, we might bring up age because of Father Time and attrition. We might wonder about that. But for the most part, we don't have any questions about LeBron. Our questions are about what surrounds LeBron.
And what's he got left?
What I'm saying, what's around LeBron, we might wonder what he has left, but we also gave him credit because nobody takes care of their body more, which is why it was so shocking to us that he was down for 17 straight games.
And you know what? I'm sorry. I can't let that go. I was going to, but I can't let it go. What? Just because we don't question LeBron James, we question everybody else around him? Well, how come everybody else can win championships by themselves, but LeBron James needs a super team around him? Look at this organization, the Lakers organization. Kobe won 2 rings by himself. I know Metta World Peace was there, Andrew Bynum was there, and Metta World Peace, and who else did I say? Paul Gasol. I know those guys were there, but for the most part, there was nobody on the level of Kobe Bryant when he won 2 rings, okay? And look at, who's that? Look at Dirk Nowitzki for the Dallas Mavericks. He won a ring off of LeBron James, as a matter of fact. Look at Allen Iverson. He was able to get the 76ers to the finals and won 1 game off the Lakers in the finals when the Lakers ran the table all the way up to that point. So tell me about, he needs help around him and yada, yada, yada. And the most recent example is look at Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was the only superstar on his team, and he took care of business. Granted, he didn't see the full-fledged Golden State Warriors, but he was the only one on his team that was on his level, and he took care of business. But for some reason, LeBron James gets a pass? LeBron James gets a pass. Even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he was able to get to the finals in the East, Easy East, with trash. He had 2 years worth of trash. 3 years ago, he got, beat 4-1 by Golden State. The year after that, he got swept 4-0. But he had trash with him. He had the same quality of players that he had last year with the Lakers and couldn't even make the playoffs. Granted, I know he was hurt, but still, you don't get a pass because you're the only one, because everybody else can do it. Kawhi could do it. Dirk Nowitzki could do it. Kobe could do it 2 times. So don't tell me about this. He needs help. So let's continue.
My point to you is that those kind of questions pale in comparison to a guy as great and phenomenal as AD is. A guy that comes into the mix and is going to be saddled with a situation that he has never been in his entire career.
Let me prove it right now. Put it in a different context.
You little ageist.
Let's say Kawhi. I'm not ageism has to do with.
It makes you so mad. I just like getting on your nerves.
Ageism has to do, just so we're clear, with 2 people can do the same job, but they're judged differently because they're older.
Yeah.
I'm questioning whether his decline, we know he's declining physically, has reached the point where he's no longer an MVP caliber player. That's not ageism. That's a legit question. Okay. This will prove it to Stephen A.
Molly, you got to shut up. I mean, I'm going to have to talk to Jalen again about telling you to shut up. I mean, this is getting out of control. So as far as LeBron James goes, I don't think LeBron James has been the best player in the league for the past 2 to 3 years. I think that title has to go to Kevin Durant. It has to. It has to, because he beat him twice in the finals and got finals MVP. Kevin Durant is a scoring machine. So I would give that title to probably Kevin Durant for the past 2 years, maybe 3, or maybe Kawhi. There's a couple guys, but I think it's there's a fine line between LeBron James and everybody else now. It's not so clear cut that you could be able to just clearly definitely say that LeBron James is better than everybody else, because I would definitely bet my money and go with Kevin Durant or Kawhi Leonard or a couple other guys than having LeBron James be the MVP. But let's continue.
Kawhi winds up on the Clippers, let's just say. Who's the pressure on to beat the Clippers? If the Clippers beat the Lakers in the playoffs, who does that look worse for, LeBron or AD? If Kawhi wound up on the Clippers and the Clippers took over LA because they got past the Lakers, who would that look worse for, LeBron or AD?
Well, to me, my answer would be it depends on how they play. If LeBron is averaging 40 and all of a sudden the pressure and the bright lights, and I'm certainly not accusing this of happening because there's no way in hell it's going to happen, because I think Anthony Davis is the real deal. But if LeBron averages 40 and the cats around him don't show up,
let's say everyone.
That's a problem.
If everyone plays well, and the Clippers get past the Lakers, the story is going to be Kawhi takes it from LeBron.
There's no disputing that.
That's the pressure's on LeBron.
There's no dispute.
Exactly. Almost nothing. You can't put up a scenario where LeBron doesn't win against Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers, and that Kawhi doesn't get praised. That LeBron James doesn't look bad. There's no type of scenario. If Kawhi beats LeBron James and the Lakers in any type of situation, LeBron James has to look bad. He has to, just for the simple fact he calls himself the GOAT. He's supposed to be the best player in the league, the best player in the Lakers. Even if he's scoring 40 points, that should be enough to have him get over the hump and beat the Clippers. No matter what. No matter what. So let's continue.
That, but my point is, to get to that point, cats got to show up, which is where the pressure lies. Because we don't expect that LeBron's won't. We expect him to. We hope for everybody else to be.